welcome to Monterey County Open for Business. We've got another great lineup of, I think, businesses you may know about, but maybe not know in depth about. So what we're about is letting you know what's going on in Monterey County so you can move around and know that you know, but also so you can explore some new products, some new services, and really understand your community better. So I'm Mary Ann Leffel. I'm the host. I'm with the Monterey County Business Council. We're here every month, so we hope that you'll join us more often. So my first guest is Katie Raquel. Katie, welcome.
Hey, thank you for having me. Happy to be here.
So you've got a fabulous product, I think.
Thank you.
I think it's wonderful. And how long have you had Katie's Coldpress?
We started the business 3 years ago. So I started it by creating a business plan that I pitched through the Startup Challenge. And when I won the Main Street Division, that's how we got our seed money for our first machine.
So that was good.
Yeah, it was a really good experience, a good learning experience.
What got you into it? Did you do juicing at home and say, hey, there's a market for this?
I did. My daughter was about 6 months old, and I was starting to think about how I was going to feed her and then how I was going to feed, my husband and I, and we were all trying to be healthier. So I started juicing and realized that, it's really inconvenient to make at home. It's pretty expensive, it takes a lot of time. It's a big mess. And I wish that I could buy the quality of what I was making at home outside of our house, quickly and efficiently on the go, and realized that in Monterey at that time, there wasn't a single juice bar back in early 2014. And there wasn't any certified organic juice. In fact, we're still the only certified organic juice. So I just started testing recipes and trying them out on friends and family, and people were into it, and somebody suggested that I pitch the idea, and we just kind of went from there.
So it's good.
Yeah.
So how many locations do you have? We
actually don't have a location outside of our farmers market booth on Alvarado Street every Tuesday, but we make it in a commercial kitchen up in Watsonville. It's called the El Pajaro CDC Commercial Kitchen. And
I have been there.
You've been there. But it's a great resource for small businesses that just want to rent by the hour and, want to start testing out their operation. And for us, it works really well because we have a nice big space for all of our produce. Before it turns into juice, it takes up like 3 huge countertops, and they've got, space to spare there.
So it's good.
It's good for
How
us.
many employees do you have?
It's myself and my younger brother and my mom. And then my husband is a graphic designer, and he does our graphic design. So it's a family business.
No, I love that. Yeah. That's even better.
Yeah.
And it's not on the kitchen counter.
No, it's not on the kitchen counter. Never buy juice that was made on a kitchen counter.
So you're at the farmer's market, and then can people order from you?
People can, yeah. In fact, we're an online shop, so people go to our website. It's katiescoldpress.com, and we've made it really easy for them to just place their order there. They get an automatic confirmation. We drop it off on their doorstep in cooler bags with ice, and then we even come back the next week and pick up their empty bottles. So we keep it all really sustainable. We donate our pulp to local community gardens.
Okay.
And try to make it really easy, like the opposite of home juicing. Like super, super easy.
I know. I have a friend who got into home juicing, and I was there one day when she was doing her batch for a couple of days.
Yes.
And I went, what a mess.
Yeah.
I mean, vegetables and stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
And I went, I think I'll be buying it because I'm just too lazy. I like to cook, but not.
Yeah. Though we more power to the people that want to go into it at home and want to try out recipes. And we even share our recipes through the Katie's Coldpress Instagram. So if people do want to make our juice at their house and they want to put in the effort and they want to buy their own produce, they can do that. We want to be supportive of those efforts.
So how many different flavors or varieties do you have?
We have 8 on the menu right now.
Wow.
Yeah, so we like to give people a big variety of produce when they're doing their 3 days of juice, so they're getting lots of different nutrients. And, it keeps things interesting for us. We all have different favorites.
So do you recommend 3 days a week? Is there kind of a recommended usage of it? Or do people do it every morning? Or
it really depends on what you're going for. We have customers that buy the juice every week just because that's how they like to get lots of fruits and vegetables into their system, and then they don't have to think about it. And, no matter what they're doing with their diet, they know they're getting their green veggies. I do, a couple bottles a day. Like the people in our family do a couple bottles a day just to get more veggies. And a lot of people do it as a transition to healthier eating habits. So they'll do 3 days of juice, and then by the end of those 3 days, maybe they have fewer sugar cravings. You know, maybe they're like craving leafy greens more, and it's easier to work that into their diet. So they're using it as a transition tool.
So what's the most popular flavor?
At the farmer's market, it's our apple ginger flavor.
That sounds
one.
good.
Yes, it's kind of a treat. It's a healthy treat. Yeah, it's really good. And the delivery popular flavor is called Army Greens with kale, parsley, cucumber.
Well, I got in trouble in February or whenever with Taylor Farms and then I said, I don't like kale.
Oh.
And I said, I'll eat about anything, but I just do not like kale. But I have been having a home delivery 3 days a week, and then I prepare the food.
Yeah.
And they're not from Monterey County, so I will not say their name.
Oh.
But it's good, but they've had baby kale.
Uh-huh.
And it's not as bitter.
Oh, you're kind of like dipping your toe in the kale.
So I said to my husband the other day, I said, I might like a little kale as long as it's baby kale. So but I have many times I have said I do not like kale.
It can be an acquired taste. My mom, the first time she tried our juice, I brought it to Minnesota for a visit before she moved out here, and she thought everyone around the table who was trying it was pretending to spare me to make me feel better to like it, and she's like, this is not good, and now she drinks it every morning. So she's like, okay, you can get to like it, you know.
You won her over.
Yeah, I won her over. It took a while, but I won her over. Yeah.
So you experiment and make your own recipes.
Yeah.
And do you have some new ones coming?
I would love to do an almond milk, and I'm in search of a good organic almond supplier because I think that would be a really nice addition to the package. You know, get that protein, get something that's like creamy and sweet. You can add it to coffee. I just love almond milk, so that's what I'm looking for. And I'm having a lot of fun with turmeric as well. We have a new orange turmeric carrot beet flavor that's really nice.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
I actually really like ginger, so ginger's one of those things that if you put it in there, I'm probably gonna try it.
You'd like half our menu. We've
That's
got a lot of ginger. Yeah.
I think it's also soothing for your stomach.
It is. It is. In fact, we sell a little bottle of ginger juice in 4 ounces, and it's just straight ginger and lemon. It's about half a pound of ginger in a tiny little bottle, and people will add it to water and just like drink it all week.
Oh, interesting.
We sell out just about every week of that one.
I always buy the ginger people in Marina. I always buy their little digestivos. Then I keep them in case I have an upset stomach. So.
Yeah, it's good to have on hand.
We're fortunate to have the ginger people here because they're out there sourcing good ginger all the time.
Yeah, good.
So you're in the farmer's market.
Yes.
You don't want to go to a freestanding store. Yeah. I think you and I have talked about the pitfalls of having to be open 12 hours a day and run a commercial kitchen and do everything. Yeah. So can you grow the business with home delivery? Is that kind of the market?
It's a challenge to grow it outside of the area. The best way to do it would be pasteurizing, but it wouldn't be best for our product. We're really committed to keeping it raw and keeping it, what I created the business for it to be. It's what we love. So we're looking into items that support home juicers that we can sell online. Glass bottles, glass straws. I'm a painter, so I'm selling, art prints that are inspired by Monterey through our website. Things like that. We're trying to figure out how to scale without compromising the product, which is the challenge right now.
So things like you talked about, like the ginger.
Yeah.
That you could sell that because that's something that people can use in other ways.
You can, but it's still raw.
Okay.
So you still can't wholesale it. It's we keep running into that wholesale law, but we sell it direct to customers, and then we'll find a way to scale with other things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not pasteurized. So how long? What kind of a shelf life does it have?
Well, because we use a cold press juicer instead of what's called a centrifugal juicer, the kind that most people have at home, it is good for about 3 to 5 days.
Okay.
We drink it, 6 to 7 days at our house because we know we keep it really, really cold, so it's all right. But 3 to 5 days is what we suggest to our customers.
Okay, well that makes sense. That really gives you a fairly wide range of where you could ship it.
The shipping has to be overnight on ice.
Okay.
Just such a, like,
But I mean, overnight you could cover the whole Bay Area
Yeah.
and get it there the next day.
Yeah. It would be an interesting logistical.
But it's tricky, huh?
Yeah, it's a logistical challenge for sure. But they're fun challenges, you know, running the business. You're always running into interesting opportunities and interesting challenges, and you learn from each one.
So on another program I had Janine Chikarat from the Portola Hotel and Spa.
Yeah.
So is it possible that you could have her featured in her as one of her products?
If she was reselling it, that would be considered wholesaling and
Okay.
would not be I know. We've been approached by so many yoga studios wondering if they can sell, you know, to their clients, and we have to say, you know, regrettably no to everyone.
So you'd
as
have to
much as we
physically
wish.
go there.
We would have
and
to have
sell
our
it.
own employee there, yeah. Or, you know, if they bought it and it was like a catering event where they purchased, which we do. We've done a bunch of catering events, and we were at Pebble Beach Food and Wine. We catered with like 10 gallons of ginger juice. But
I was there. I saw it. Yes.
Oh, you saw it? Oh,
Yeah.
wonderful. yeah. But yeah, so those kinds of things we can do.
So that's interesting how it all
Yeah.
kind of comes together and how it works.
Yeah, there's a lot to know, and especially with certified organic, a lot of regulations to be aware of.
I mean, I guess I get the health and safety issue, but it's
Yeah.
also, you know, I think I'm an elected official, so I'm guilty of it too. It's so easy to put regulations and then not realize how it's impacting people's
Yeah.
down the line.
Yeah,
So
but it's so hard because we know that we would be safe, and we know that we would only work with people who understand the product and handle it safely. But I do appreciate that there are laws in place to protect consumers from people that aren't doing it properly, you know, because they're out there. And as a consumer, I don't want to be, you know, sickened by my food. So in general, I appreciate, you know, those structures that keep us safe.
I lived in Italy a long time, and
Yeah.
one of my children was born there. And I always laugh because we didn't pay much attention to any kind of food. It was out there.
Yeah.
It got warm. We still ate it.
Yeah.
It was 2 days old, 3 days. We still ate it.
Yeah.
I'm still kind of that way.
Probably have a good immune system. Good.
Yes.
A lot of good
And
bacteria in there.
I look at my kids and I go, they are so healthy.
Yeah.
And they owe it to me because I certainly didn't coddle them at all. But,
Yeah.
you know, I understand some people, their bodies cannot have that. So
We have very different rules in my home kitchen for our kids, you know, and the commercial kitchen where we're going to be serving people who don't have their immune systems, you know? Yeah.
So can you do more farmers markets?
We could, but we've tried a lot of different events and markets, and we've found the one on Alvarado to just be the best for us. And we have a lot of regulars in the area that come there every single week, you know, and especially at this point in my life, it's we try to keep the whole business really tight because I have 3 young children at home, and everything needs to be very streamlined and very simple, you know, which is working for now.
So that's good.
Yeah.
You know, I want to talk about your art because I see your art and
thank
I
you.
see what you're creating, and you really have a talent. Is that your background? Is that your schooling?
Back in high school, I went to an art academy, and in college, I took some painting classes. But beyond that, it's just what I love to do in my free time. It's peaceful, and it, you know, helps me feel calm and focused, and it's just, you know, my pleasure, like in my free time.
I needlepoint for the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people laugh. They think that I'm joking, but I actually
No.
do because you can see progress. I like the detail work. I like the colors. I like being able to work patterns.
Yeah.
And I like being able at the end of several months, because I'm not very fast, but I like having a product. I like that I
Yeah.
have created something that somebody can have. So.
Exactly. Yeah.
But you're prolific. I mean, you're really good. You turn out a lot of really good detailed work.
Thank you. It's really fun. It's almost like a working meditation, you know? It's very
Now,
calming.
are you creating a child's book?
Oh, yeah, my daughter had her first Christmas with our twin boys last year, and she was such a good helper. She just turned 4 and so positive and so accommodating to all of the changes. And I just started to notice kind of the funny things that she would do. Like, she'd help change the lint trap, and she'd like entertain the babies, and she'd be offering like, you change the diapers, I'll make the babies laugh. Like, we got this, Mom, you know, tag team. So I was painting a bunch and just thought it might be kind of fun to create a story around all of the things that I was so proud of about her and what she was doing in our family. So I just started, sketching it out and storyboarding, and now I'm about a third way through painting the panels, and it's not like publishable, I don't think at this point for sure.
I think I've seen is pretty darn cute.
Oh,
I have to say,
but
yeah.
I'm really enjoying it, and my goal is by Christmas to have something that we can just print up and read to her, so that she can remember how awesome she is when we read it.
Well, I am not artistic, and I don't have. That's just not how my brain works. But Dave Potter's mom, Ruth, I think she just turned 100. But
Wow.
she did books. When I first met the Potters 30 years ago, she always did books and little journals for the kids,
Yeah.
and they're adorable. So
Yeah.
I think it's something that as you're creating it, it's an outlet for you, but it's something that your family can have for a long time. So
hope so.
I really commend it. You really are creative. Don't stop.
Thank you. No, I'm not going to stop. It's too fun. Can't stop. Thank you.
So what would you like people to know? Do you want to tell them again your website or phone number so
Yes.
if they want your product, they can get in touch with you?
Yeah, the website is katiescoldpress.com, and there's a contact form on there that goes straight to me. So if you have any questions about the business that aren't on there, you can find me there. And at the farmers market, we're there every Tuesday from 4 to 8. So that's where you can come and really try the juice. And if you're thinking about doing a package, that's where you can see what everything tastes like. And if you want to adjust your package, like you realize that you don't like something or you really love something, that's your chance to kind of figure out how you want to rearrange it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Katie Raquel, thank you so much for
Thank
joining us.
you.
And I'll get in touch with you. I might try kale.
Oh, yeah, yes. Give it a chance.
So don't go away. We'll be back in just a minute. This is Monterey County, and Monterey County is open for business.